Y'all, guys, gals, theys, and gays, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are keeping it super simple, talking about some skincare and a few makeup items that are things that I have been loving for my personal complexion as of late. Personally, I really like using products for like a minimum of a month slash 2 months to really be able to get an idea of how it affects my skin. Because despite what the fast-paced algorithm on TikTok and Instagram might have you believe, over algorithmically based collection of products that are literally being pushed to me by people whose job it is to get us to clink their link in bio. I like what I like and I am vocal about what I don't like. That's why we're here. I love to hear myself talk, so let's just get into it. I actually have quite a few very, very positive things. The first of which actually being this Bubble Morning Rays Brightening Eye Cream. I talked about this and this Tatcha Brightening Eye Cream, I think either in my last favorites or in my updated skincare routine. And I wasn't entirely sure about this. I was like, no, it's okay, kind of bad about both of these. Since then, I have learned this would not repurchase. Not saying it's bad, but when you compare it to this one, which is like probably under 20 or just over 20 compared to the at least $45 that this was. And I have found of the two, this one actually works nicely as someone who's only started dipping their toes into eye care. I do find that this really does brighten and open and hydrate. This is all I have on is blush, highlighter, and a little bit of setting powder. And I would say I look pretty bright and dewy, which is why I like to remind people that it is important to take your time when using a product. If you don't see like amazing, insane, dramatic results, either good or bad, within like the first 2 weeks, that's okay. Give it a little time. Those other hyped up products will still be there. And I am really glad that I am starting to find those eye creams. There's now this one and the Holy Hydration one from e.l.f., which although I have one, the whole thing with e.l.f. has put me in a bit of conundrum about wanting to support them. But this one, the Bubble Morning Rays, I definitely would repurchase, and this I definitely would not repurchase. Like, this one, I see results. I like how my face looks. I've used this one at night and in the daytime, and it's just kind of there. Lip products are one of my absolute favorite ways to express myself facially. And what I'm wearing today, the NYX This Is Milky Gloss in Cherry Skimmed. There it is right there. These are such a fantastic formula. If you want a little bit of something, but not a lot, that really does a your lips but better. And for it being a gloss, it has really great staying powder. I find that it's not overly sticky. It's not something where as I'm talking or as I'm eating, I think, oh God, I've got this shit all over my mouth. It's definitely glossy without being any sort of slimy. I like the level of pigment that it gives. Again, it's like a bit of color, a bit of something without being overly committal. Then these two in Milk the Cocoa and Time Bomb, I love this formula and I've just really been enjoying these sort of earthy, neutral, nudie 90s tones. I would say in terms of pigment, they're probably close to a lighter version of the Fenty Gloss Bomb Sticks. Those are a bit more pigmented, a bit more opaque, but the formula, the wear, and the colors, these are something that I pulled out to use that have just been a reoccurring favorite in my makeup rotation, either for going out or for just being at work. Another makeup item is this highlighter from Smashbox, the Smashbox Plus Vlada Petal Metal Highlighter in Gilded Rose. A moment for the packaging, a moment for the embossing. I remember reviewing these when they came out for a fun shits and giggles throwback. I'll see if I can link it down below from my other channel. I really, really liked these when I reviewed them, and I really, really like it now. It is the highlighter that I am wearing today. Probably not going to see very well because my lighting is shit. But this is just a perfect everyday hint of sheen. If I just want to have a little glow, a little effervescence, a little bit of healthy light. I've worn this with so many different blushes, neutrals, rosy pinks. I really like an orangey corally blush. This tone has gone with all of them seamlessly. It is definitely a repeated for reach for, definitely one that I'm glad I kept out of my declutters and always, absolutely always enjoy it. Then kind of makeup, but also just lip care, skin care are these Peach and Lily Collagen Cushion Peptides. This one is just clear, and then this one has a little bit of a tint to it. It looks kind of intense coming out of the tube, but then you just spread it around and buff it out, and it really doesn't have a huge amount of pigment. And honestly, as a pigment, it doesn't stay on the lips very long. You put it on, you're like, oh, look, that's nice. Then you eat, drink, and smack your lips, and it's gone essentially. And for both of these, this is the Collagen Cushion Peptide, and I know that collagen and fancy, bougie, overpriced chapstick lip products are really popular. I mean, obviously, I was suckered into the idea, and they're nice. They're lip products, you know, they moisturize my lips, they make them comfortable. I throw this one in my bag a fair amount of time. This one not as much, just because it's not as easy to like smear around on your lips without having to look. This one, if you smear too much, you do get pigment outside of the lines, and then you gotta clean it up if you don't have a compact on you. And I don't know if it's just like, maybe if you use this like every single day, all day, every day, then you will see a significant benefit from the collagen peptides that are in this lip balm. But for me, it's just a freaking lip balm. Not gonna lie, this isn't any more amazing than the Mario Badescu one that I have. Squeezy lip balm in a tube, squeezy lip balm in a tube, squeezy lip balm in a tube with a little bit of tint. And they all work just about the same. While this one may be a bit more of a luxurious experience, I feel for like how much this was, probably at least $18. I got these in a 2-pack, a special 2-for-1 price. Well, not for 18, but anyway, a price break for getting 2 in a 1-pack. It was a holiday thing. I got a fair amount of Peach and Lily products at the same time. And a lot of them have really worked well for me, but this one, it's just a overpriced bougie peptide fucking collagen lip whatever. Maybe if you use it every single day, but for me, it's just a lip product in a tube. That's what it is to me. Then a kind of mid-ground product is this Milk Makeup Cloud Glow, which is a foam. It's a liquid, but it turns into a foam as you dispense it. Think a la the Ole Henriksen Brightening, I think, Vitamin C cleanser, which I went through a time of really liking that cleanser. I have dry, typically normal to dry skin. For the price point, this was okay. I mean, it cleansed, it cleaned. My face didn't feel especially fresh or especially clean, or I didn't notice any significant brightening effects from using this. I just kind of used it because it cleaned my face. And this came off of the heels of the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Gentle Cleanser Power Cleanse. One of the Peach and Lily cleansers that I got that I really liked. So this one, just for the price point, for how much you got, if I remember, the Ole Henriksen wasn't. You could buy it in like small and large, but it was okay. I had it, I used it. It's not one that makes me think, if I've got a cleanser that I've tried recently that I would want to repurchase, definitely the Peach and Lily one over this thing. Then after using that up, I pulled this one out of my stash. This is something that I had gotten from, I think, Marshall's. This is a Korean brand egg cleansing foam, egg yolk extract. Pure Skin egg cleansing foam contains egg yolk extract. The egg yolk extracts help to care dry skin by, Esfolio. It says that it's helpful for dry skin, but I actually find this, while stripping isn't the right word, I think that's too harsh of a word, my skin definitely felt very like squeaky clean, like that kind of like feeling when your fingers don't glide across your skin. You're just like, nice and tight and fresh and cleansed, but I'm not sure how well this would be for someone with like straight up dry skin. I do like how my skin looks. I do like how fresh and clean I am. I do have, it says this is a foam, like you're supposed to get it all together and make it foam and froth, but I find that it's basically just a cream cleanser, which cream cleansers are probably the ones that I'm least familiar with. Typically, I do the foam or gel cleanser. That one, my skin loves a good gel cleanser. Although this one, like I said, I've got it, I'm using it, I'm enjoying it in the sense that it's cleaning my face, and I think my daytime skincare routine is pretty spot on. But when it comes to further rotations and what I'll be continuing to use, I don't think this is something that I'm inclined to look for online. Another one that I found at Marshall's for $4 is this Curette Egg Peeling Gel. For those of you who don't know, you know now, I love me a peeling gel exfoliant something something. I used to exfoliate every 2 to 3 days in my routine, and now max just once a week when I'm feeling about it. If I think that my skin is maybe needs a little pick me up, a little extra something, I only ever do this sort of thing in the evening. And this is a really, really nice whatever this is. I would think it was pretty similar to the Wishful, this right here, the Wishful Yo Glow Enzyme Scrub, which is probably at least $28. No idea how much this one would be online. I haven't looked, but they are pretty stinking identical in the way that they work and in the result they give. It does that effect of where it pills up on your skin. Everyone's like, it's all the dead skin. It's not all the dead skin. It's the product. Although while it is satisfying and it does feel very sloughing, very refreshing, it's not the dry skin showing up on clumps on your face like that. This one is egg. This one is pineapple enzyme. I just really like finding and trying things for a less expensive thrill, seeing if there's something that I can find online that would be just as good as this. This one here is a holy grail in this type of exfoliator for me. I think this is the 3rd or 4th tube that I've had of this, but I do find that this leaves me, again, very fresh, refreshed, very clear, and then I do my exfoliating toner and my serum and my very fresh. A success, but potentially unfortunate, is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Thirst Burst Drops. I remember seeing these in a content video talking about Michaela Noguera, and it saw her using these, having these, and I'm like, there are a lot of e.l.f. skincare products that I love that really do right by me, and a Thirst Burst Drops Dewy Brightening sounds all kinds of amazing to me. And these are supposed to be like there are 3 ways to do it. Use 1-2 pumps as a serum or makeup primer, or mix with your fave foundation. More drops equals more glow. All right, so it's a fucking serum, primer, glowy, something. And I do really like this. This is a very good hydrating primer / serum. Again, that whole thing with e.l.f. is going on, so I will keep in touch with y'all about how that is going, but this is a really good product. And another, so many e.l.f. skincare products have turned out to be holy grail, really that holy hydration eye cream. This here, the toner that they just discontinued. I actually had one of y'all on Snapchat be like, I have the very least little bit. What would you recommend? I'm like, them getting rid of that toner was absolutely criminal. My face just loved that toner. And my face really liked this as well. I just with future of promoting with e.l.f. and how they are and the way they choose to market themselves and their marketing campaigns. Y'all feel so inclined, drop a comment down below, polite discourse about what you think. But this is definitely something that I would recommend. It's a good product. I'm just not sure morally if I'm going to be repurchasing, but from a skincare point of view, this would definitely be a repurchase. Then I got this Tula, I actually went to Sephora and spent a certain amount of money, and they're like, oh, you can use your whatever. And I'm like, great, I'm never going to come here again because I'm not buying makeup and skincare like that. And I got this Tula Skincare 24/7 Moisture Hydrating Day and Night Cream. And I will say right off the bat, it looks like and smells just like sunscreen. Like the first time I pulled this out and smelled it, I was on the side of a pool being slathered by my mother. I mean, obviously it doesn't have that white cast, but it smells and feels like the consistency of sunscreen, maybe a little less gloopy. And this is a nice moisturizer. I've heard a lot of really good things about Tula Skincare. Actually, one of the ASMR channels that I watch, she does a lot of makeup and skincare stuff, and she often uses a lot of Tula products. It's nice, it moisturizes. I've been using it in the daytime, and I'm probably about a little over halfway done with it. I'll probably switch to nighttime and see how it is. It was nice that I was able to try something by this brand although it was spending money, not buying a whole thing. I really appreciate having the smaller sample sizes to try things out, but this isn't one that pops up that would be a repurchase. However, the thing that I went into Sephora specifically to get, I got a gift card from my aunt for my birthday, and I was initially gonna buy the Fenty, these Gloss Bomb sticks that they made and did shimmery ones, which should I get holiday, whatever money I might buy, but before I committed and did that, Tatcha was like, oh, hey, we released the Dewy Milk Moisturizer, which, as much as I try not to advocate for super overpriced bougie products, there are 3 products by Tatcha that have just done nothing but good things for my skin. And I tried the water cream by them, which for me was a very overpriced moisturizer. I just didn't see anything that made me go, yes, this product is the results that, that I need. And so I was really excited to be like, all right, I love their Dewy Skin Cream, which is holy grail level nighttime skincare routine. I was like, it would be lovely to find a daytime, and this dewy glass skin doesn't even begin to describe what this does to my complexion. I find that I do about 2.5 little pumps, and I could probably do 1.5. A little bit of this product goes a long way, and it just leaves you glossy, healthy, hydrated, luminous, plump, glowing. This is doing everything for me that I feel like I wanted the water cream, although it is definitely a different texture. This really does look and feel like just a less thick version of the initial Dewy Skin Cream. So maybe that's why my skin likes it so much, because it's like, ooh, it's that, but just a little bit thinner. And so this, although I've been using it for about 2 weeks, and y'all know, like I just said beginning this, I like to wait or whatever, my skin has responded super well to this. I will keep you posted as I use it more, but this so far has been just a great, my skin, like I said, it looks fresh, it looks plump, road who. I do believe this may be just another home run hit from Tatcha for me, so that'll be 4 products, but I also like to keep them in a bit of humility, because for as much as I like this, I dislike this just as much. So something I'm willing to spend my money on and repurchase, yes. Something that was an overpriced waste of time. If it works for you, that's fantastic. I'm so happy for you. But for me, it was just, it's always important to remember that just because it's from a brand you like, just because it costs a lot of money, doesn't mean that it's gonna be a good product. And if it doesn't work for you, you're not broken. Then last but not least, we gotta talk about a handbag. And this is a glorious, beautiful handbag to talk about. You will be seeing this briefly in a very curated secondhand haul coming up at some point, as well as a handbag rotation, so I won't talk too much about it. But we have this gorgeous square shape. Y'all know I love my Sohos. Y'all know I'm a slut for that big buckle detailing. And so I figured this was a nice contrast companion, sort of had the same vibe, but in a different shape. And this has been, I find that I love this shoulder length going on here. Again, the buckle, I love all the contrast stitching that it has going on. Got the buckle bit on the side. You can have it be, take this strap and have it be buckled like that on both sides, but it'll be longer. I do prefer this length. I love the color. It holds a fantastic amount of stuff. Like, I do find that this, although holds a little bit more, is very similar to the capacity of the Coach Soho, which is end all be all handbag, shoulder bag size style. And I got this one for a fantastic price on Poshmark, and I had credit, and I was like, okay, all right, you come home with me. And it has been a from purchase to arm to using to really loving. And that is it for this particular roundup. If you made it this far, give yourself a giant gold fucking star. You deserve it for listening to me ramble about skincare and makeup products for nearly a half hour at this point. And to those of you who have made it this far, not only do you get a gold fucking star, you get a hug and a very sincere thank you from me. I am so happy to be on here, having my hobbies have a platform for me to express myself. And for each and every one of you who have been here, been really positive to have the engagement I do and to get to talk to like-minded people on this giant internet. But thank y'all so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real. Mwah!